Hello, collective. Welcome to the Moon Report. For those of you who've been here before, welcome back. If you are new to the Moon Reports, welcome, welcome. We love to have you in this space. My name is Marlene. I am the modern mystic and a co author to the best selling novel. I mean, not novel, but book, novel of our lives, I guess, chapters of our lives, Wisdom in Bloom. I am so happy to be back and sharing space with you. I want to bring in a lot of information today about not only the new moon in Virgo as we begin this new moon cycle, but also a little update on the planets that are now going forward, the planets that are not going retrograde. There's a lot of astral activity going on for us right now. The good news is August was one of the hardest astrological months of the year. So we are now past August, thankfully, and moving into September, where some of this stuff that we have been going through, that we have been rethinking, that we have been reprogramming, that we have been realizing is now unfolding and moving forward. And, it may take some time depending on what area of your life has been affected, but just know that we are setting intentions to move forward. The energy is shifting, although slowly, but surely. So I want to begin by the new moon in Virgo, which happened yesterday at 9:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Virgo is the sign of purity, the sign of um, cleanliness, the sign of efficiency. Virgo is the good, hard worker of the zodiac. And this particular new moon is opposing Saturn. And Saturn is a planet of, they call it the taskmaster. So it's discipline, it's order, it's structure. And for that reason, this new moon in Virgo can be feeling a little bit serious, a little bit sobering. We are focusing on purifying and bringing practical solutions to whatever realization you have been going through for the last few weeks. But there are some serious vibes, and you can thank Saturn for that. Saturn is opposing this new moon. So, what it means is that it's directly across from it in the zodiac, and they are having a hard conversation where they're going to have to meet in the middle to be able to move forward. And however that is manifesting for you, whatever that hard conversation is for you, just know that this is all to clear the energy for you. This is all to set things in place that are going to help you move forward to the next step, to the next level. And with these two players in this conversation, the truth is that it's just not a lot of fun. It's not, it's, it's not joyful vibes. You may be feeling a little bit serious. You may be feeling like you need to get to work. You may be feeling like you need to get grounded. And that's okay. That's okay. And that's actually a really good thing in this new moon because Virgo helps you get there. Virgo brings us into the fall season, right? It delivers us into the fall. And it really promotes this purification process before we get there. So, what are you clearing? Is it a home clearing? Are you feeling like you need to get some clutter out? Or is it an internal clearing? Is it an internal cleanse? This is a really great time to do a detox. If you've been planning on doing a detox, this is an amazing time to do that as Virgo really helps the energy move. And that detox can happen, anywhere. It could happen in your body. It could happen in your mind. It could happen in your spirit. It can happen in your relationships with your family. with your friends, intimate relationships, whatever is being realized right now, that is where you need the purification. That is where Virgo is promoting this purification. Now, the ruler of this new moon is Mercury, being that it is the ruling planet of Virgo. So, Mercury has just come off, as we know, if you've been in this space before, off a really crazy, disruptive retrograde. It is now in its post shadow phase, which that means that it's basically moving through the trajectory that it moved through when it was going backwards. Now it is kind of revisiting these points. Depending on where that happened in your personal chart, it's looking different for everyone. But in this revisiting of points, it is making a third and final square to the planet of Uranus, which is now retrograde in Taurus since this past weekend. And this last square is what's been creating this tension between these two planets. And it's just been contributing to the craziness that we've been feeling. So that's why I'm saying slowly but surely things are unraveling, because there may be one more point of contact that makes you feel a little bit out of sorts or a little bit like this story isn't over yet. And whatever that is, we have now come to realizations. And this forward movement will help us realize even more what it is that has been affecting us and what has been making us feel unstable or unsettled in some way. And I want you to take a moment to think about the things that have been coming up for the last few weeks, because here's where the reprogramming needs to happen. Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo is very practical. Virgo, it gets off on efficiency, loves to do things right, loves to have things clean, loves to have things in order. So you may be wanting to do this kind of activity in an area in your life. Jump into it. Don't put it off. Like, really jump into slowly but surely restructuring this area in your life, because it is a grand opportunity to step with a different foot, like move forward in a different direction, feel different than you've been feeling. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing or a negative thing. There just may be changes that have been urging to happen in your life and you've been putting them off. Virgo doesn't put things off. Just doesn't, it's not its thing. And you will feel so much better if you listen to this guidance, if you listen to its energy, and if you take advantage of this support that it's giving you. So wherever you've been affected, whatever has been having you feel uncomfortable, move into it with grace. Move into it slow and steady. If this is a health concern that has come up during this time, this is a wonderful time to put some realistic and practical steps towards your health. Depending on the severity of whatever it is you're dealing with, that's either going to happen by yourself or having to put a team of people together to support you. Whatever it is, begin that process, because this energy is very supportive to our health. Another really, and this one's kind of positive, even though it might be feeling a little, melancholy or sad or nostalgic. This new moon is trining Chiron, which is an Aries going retrograde at this time as well. But this conversation, this trine, when I say a trine, it's a favorable conversation. When I said an opposition, I said a hard conversation where they have to meet in the middle. But now with trine, this is a conversation that is going to lead to positive solutions. And one of those things is a lot of healing. There is a lot of healing around this aspect. And even if you are not seeing it yet, even if it's still unfolding at this time, just know that you are being supported and that you are being guided into a new direction, into a direction that will help you get more clear. Mars and Neptune are squaring during this new moon. And that is another difficult conversation. It's actually more of a difficult conversation than an opposition is. And the reason that I bring it up is because when Neptune is squaring Mars, there's a lot of confusion on how to move forward. So you may be hearing me say, you need to move forward, you need to restructure, you need to realize. That's gonna happen slowly. And it is because of aspects like this with Neptune that there's a lot of confusion around what drives us, Mars. Mars wants to move forward, it wants to move forward clearly, it wants to do it now. And with Neptune squaring this planet, there could be a lot of questions and doubts around that. Just know that as we move forward in the next couple of days, clarity will come. You will be more clear as to what are the next steps or what is happening around certain things if you don't have that clarity right now. So this moon is really shining. Well, not really shining because it's a dark moon, but it's really having us become aware of what we need to improve and how to take a very grounded approach towards that improvement. But take your time. Don't rush. There are still a lot of planets that are in retrograde. There are still a lot of hard aspects that come along with this new moon. So if you're not ready, don't rush. Like, seriously meet yourself where you're at. If we do that, if we could be honest about where we're at, if we could meet ourselves in that place without judgment and without criticism, then we actually have an opportunity to create change, to manifest the things that we want. So don't hide from yourself. Come out into the light. Move forward from a realistic place. Take a practical approach to what comes next. And you will be extremely supported in this new moon cycle. Is it a good moon for intentions? Absolutely. Is it a good moon to set really, really like far away goals? Maybe not so much. Maybe keep your intentions for right now. Keep your intentions maybe for the next 90 days, or maybe just through Virgo season, or maybe till the fall equinox, which happens on the 21st, 22nd of September, depending on where you are on the planet. But just know that if you can flow with this energy, if you can deal with the lack of excitement around it, there's a lot of really, really good things that can come out of it. So I am wishing you an amazing moon cycle, set with all the intentions that you'd like to bring in, and also reminding you to have a lot of grace through this process and enjoy it as much as you can. If you ever have any questions from me or need support, you can always find me at marlenemenendez.com. I have a tab that says get in touch with me. You can just fill that out. You can book a discovery call with me that is complimentary, and we can see what you need to move forward and to actually, put some plans and some steps in place. I also have an amazing chakra course, the Chakra Journey, and it is a self-paced online course that can also really, really ground you and, activate your energy so that you can, move forward in things that you want to move forward, or heal some things that you want to heal at your own pace and in your own time. So let me know if you need any of those resources, and I'm always here to help. Plus, if you're part of the Anima Collective, you know that it is a wealth of resource that we have at our fingertips with this community. So tap in and reach out. Till next time, I will see you in the full moon, everyone. Take care.